Hey everyone, welcome to Murphy's Law Garage. Today we continue the series with all of the goodies that Form Lighting and Diode Dynamics sent over to us for the Whipple Supercharged S650 Mustang. Today we're going to focus on this guy right here, the S650 Mustang reverse light by Form Lighting. Let's take this out the box. All right, unboxing time. Really nice packaging from these guys. All right, get out of here. We have the reverse light. Nice clean look here, all smoked housing. Let me pull the peel off for y'all. ASMR. Okay. Looks real pretty. Clean looking unit. Got some wire in here. More than you would expect. There are 3 connections here and an extension harness that goes up into the trunk of the car. The reason this is here is so that you can intercept the brake lights. And whenever you hit the brake lights, a red brake light comes on in here, and it can either be static or flashing depending on whether or not you connect an amp connector in here. Let me pull that out and show that to you. So if you want it to strobe, really appreciate the Velcro zip ties. Absolutely unnecessary, but they did it anyways. This connector right here, if you leave it connected, the brake light is steady. If you disconnect it, the light strobes whenever you hit the brakes, just like a couple of times, and then stops. So you make that decision. I hadn't decided yet myself. I've got the car picked up. Let's go take a look underneath it, and I'm going to show you what it's going to take to put this in there. Looks a little intimidating, is not very easy. Let's go do it. All right, as you can see, I've actually picked up the back of the Mustang. Is this required? No, you could definitely lay flat on the ground and get to what I'm about to show you. But because I'm fat and I have to film, I've got it picked up, and that makes it easier for me to roll in and out. Let's take a few simple small 1/4-inch hand tools with us, roll under the car, and I'm gonna show you what we're working with. So safety first. I've got a jack stand under the diff just because I never trust these plastic things, ever. I don't think you should either. Something to note here. Your car should have a felt tray that goes under here and dips up under the diff. Mine doesn't. And why? Because race car. Whenever you take the exhaust off of this, like if I'm going to the track, I want to take the weight of the exhaust off of the car, a lot of air gets trapped in here and rips that under tray off. So I just removed it. But it's really easy to do. I can show you. There are going to be a handful of what I believe are 7mm bolts that hold it on, and a couple up front and a bracket that's no longer there anymore. And then that whole tray comes off, and you're going to move it out of your way. Once the tray is out of there, let me scoot in. It's going to be a little difficult to shoot. There we go. That's pretty good. This is your reverse light right here. See, here's your evap canister. This is the middle of the car. There's a wiring plug right here. Let me zoom in. Wiring plug right there. And then there are some bolts here, 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 and another one down there that hold this module in. This clip, you're going to pull back on the white thing, squeeze down, pop that connector off. Bam, first bit done. Now the bolts. Let me go ahead and pull these off. All right, so these are 7mm as well. I have what looks to be about a 10-inch long extension here on my 1/4-inch drive that lets you kind of slip between the evap canister and the bottom of the bumper. And with 2 hands, you can pretty quickly run that out. And then getting to the guy just below that right here also works with the 10-inch extension. So just a tip. And only the tip. All right, so once the 4th screw is out, we can just reach in here past our wiring connector and fish this guy out of here. All right, let's go take a look at it on the bench. All right, well, I can tell you I immediately noticed some pretty big differences between the factory unit and Form Lighting's unit. Inside of here, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, I can actually count the LED modules. You can kind of see them there through this this reflection right here. I can count the actual LED diodes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6. So each one of these has 2 LEDs inside of it. This thing is very light. It doesn't have the forward rattle of the side reflectors. It was very light and cheap feeling. Fun fact, this was produced on 9/14/23. My car rolled out of the assembly line in October. So this is a very new part when it was put on my car. When you ask, as compared to the form lighting module, look, you can actually see the LEDs in here. Let's just start counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's probably even. It's probably 22. There's a lot more LEDs inside of this. So clearly it's going to be much brighter. It's got a lot more weight to it. Not even just including the wiring. That's pretty light. The module has a lot of heft to it. The plastic feels like... You hear how hollow that sounds? How much more solid this sounds? It feels much more rigid. Anyways, let me light this guy up so I can show you what this looks like off the bench. All right, here we go. Power supply on. All right, there's the factory unit. You can see those 6 LEDs very clearly shining away inside of that cheap housing. It doesn't look great, and it's not very bright. Let me shut the lights off here. It is not very bright. I suppose it's enough. So what, you thought I wasn't going to show you them both side by side? Let's go ahead and flick them on. Bam. You can see the tremendous difference in brightness. It's hard to see on the camera, but I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, there's a reflector. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 on each side. So on one side of this, you have almost as many LEDs as the entire reverse light assembly on this one. So you have 10 total across this entire thing. Let's shut the lights off. Look at that. It is substantially brighter. So let me turn the diode dynamics this way and face this guy at the wall here. You can see that amount of light. And then let me bring this one over. That is way brighter, so that's going to be nice. Now, I'm not going to attempt to intercept the brake light stuff because, well, I'll be honest with you, though I could take the time to figure out the wiring, I don't want to mess with it. So we're going to leave that alone, and I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged into the car, and then I'm going to show you how to wire it. So no magic sauce secret here. This needs to go back in that hole in reverse order, sticking back in there like that. Boom. All right. Now, doesn't that look so much better than this? It's the little things. It really is. It hides in the bumper really well. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is we got to get some wires to the back side of these tail lights. To do so, we need to open the trunk up here. What you're going to end up doing is you're going to pull the bottom out here. You're going to pull out a pair of clips here and there. You're going to pop out this rear section here. Get all of this interior stuff out of the way, just folding the sides back, and we'll be able to see these harnesses. Let me show you that real quick. I've already tossed the spare tire cover out. This panel right here needs to come out, and it's as simple as turning these thumb screws, if you will, out of here. Like that. Get all of those loosened and off. All right, once you've got all 4 thumb screws off, you can start pulling this panel out of here nice and easy. Walk over to this side, pull it off, upwards and outwards, and that'll get out of your way. I'm just going to set that off to the side for now. Next, you're going to want to pull this clip and that clip using a good trim tool. I always recommend the metal ones for things where marring's not an issue. Once the plastic clips are out, you can actually take this liner and just kind of fold it forward and out of the way to get to the wiring connectors that are right here. All right, this is the passenger side that I just folded out of the way. Here's the wire running up to your tail light. You need to unplug it right here. There is a push-in clip at the top. You're going to push that in, pop it out, and you're going to be greeted with this guy. Now these are different depending on which car you have, so make sure to pick the right one for your install. If you're wondering, you can actually take both sides and make them sit crisscross applesauce in the center here. If you leave your spare tire in, it hooks into it. And then you're going to go ahead over here to the driver's side and repeat the process. Now, next, we need to get that wire from down there to here, and the easiest place to do that is this drain plug in the trunk right here. Now mine actually had body sealant put on it by the factory, which is an interesting choice because it makes the rubber gasket hard. So if yours is like this too, go ahead and take a minute and break all of this off of here so that this moves a little easier. All right, so in that little baggie of wires you had, you're gonna have this guy right here. One is gonna have an R label, one's gonna be left. An L for left. Left is always driver's side, R is always passenger side. The left or driver's side is the one that has the little connector here that you can disconnect to have the brake light strobe. Now this, the other side, needs to intercept that plug we just plugged in, removed here. So you're gonna plug one in, you're gonna plug the existing body harness into this side, and then plug this back in to the other side. All right, and once you've got this connected, it's a little difficult to show. This is the body side and intercepting the signal from the car, and then it plugs back into the brake light right here. This is the brake light harness. I'm gonna end up following some of the existing wiring here to neaten this up, but when you're done, you're gonna be left, see the side's done too, with a pair of wires chilling right here. Now we need to pass that harness from underneath the car up through our hole right here. All right, you can see here that I've got my wiring from the reverse light passed up through that hole in the floor. But while you're down here, don't forget to take this guy from the new wiring harness and plug it into the existing body wire before you leave. We'll come back down here and do some zip ties. Now, something to note with this one connector I just told you about is that Form Lighting recently put out a post that if the reverse light doesn't work, you need to reverse this connection. And it actually goes both directions just fine. So this is probably one of those things where Ford changed it depending on the manufacturing date, and the connector lets you flip-flop it. So if your reverse light doesn't come on, flip this connection right here. All right, so once you stick these two through the hole here, you are free to plug them in. Now, one has a female, one has a male, so you can't get them wrong. And it looks like they've got the wires just long enough that I should be able to drop it in from up here, zip tying to the harness. The next bit, we need to seal that hole down there. So I'm gonna take a razor blade, I've got it laying around right here, and I'm gonna make a slit in here and force those wires to pass through before I push that plug in. That way we've got a nice tight seal. So once you've got the wires in here, I left the tails on the zip ties so you can kind of see my routing, how I've got it zip tied all up neat. I've actually disconnected this connector because I want to try it strobing first. Make sure you don't allow any of these hard plastic bits to touch the body or they might rattle. So I've got this tied to the loom here. As you come along right here, I've actually taken some fabric tape. You can buy this stuff on Amazon. This is fabric harness tape. And I've wrapped up those two connectors so that they don't clatter that hard plastic on the body here. And that shell is going to push against them. And then you can see here that I continued on this way with all my zip ties. I'll go ahead and cut those tails off. But once you've done that, now you need to get under the car and make sure the wiring's cleaned up down there. All right, so actually before I get under the car to attach those wires, I wanted to check and make sure the polarity was right on the reverse light. So I put the parking brake on the car, turned it on accessory, touched the brake pedal, pulled it into reverse so that I could see if the light came on. It didn't. Flipped the connector, it takes a good bit of pressure, pushed it back together again, and immediately the reverse lights came on. So check that before you tighten up all your wires down there. All right, and you can see I've got one zip tie here, kind of bundling all this all together nice and neat. Remember, the goal is don't let this dance around and tap under the car. Otherwise, you're gonna have a noise. And you can see my wires passing through right here. Initially, I was thinking about putting a little grease or silicone on this, but it sealed up really nice after it warmed up a bit. So I'm not, and I done upset it. that is an option. You can rub some grease on this, pull the wire back a little bit, rub some grease around it and slip it back up, or put some silicone on this if you're worried about any air or exhaust gas getting in. All right, now of course, once you've got that done, everything goes back together in reverse order of the way that you did it. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. Put your under tray back on, put your trunk back together. You're not gonna see me put the trunk back together again because I need to do the tail lights, and that's gotta get out of my way anyway, so I'm gonna leave it like that for now. All right, Bubby, go ahead and press the pedal. Press it and hold it down. There we go. Got my son pushing on it. Let it go. Press it down again. You can see the blinking it does here. All right, awesome. We got it all wired right. All right, y'all, so we got the reverse light installed. I'm gonna give you some beauty shots of the car in the dark where it's gonna look a lot more attractive. But until then, I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you for watching. We love you. God bless. Peace. Stick around for the beauty shots.